Hey there! In this video, we're going to be talking with Polar Cub, also known as Danny, about her experience creating UGC items on Roblox. We, being me, Ducks Are Yellow, and my co-hosts, 65 Creedmoor and Breakfast Candy. So Danny, we're curious, what got you started making UGC items in the first place?
Yeah, so I've been on the Roblox platform for a very long time, and I had actually met a lot of people at that time when I was growing up through Roblox. And my friend Jacob, Reverse Polarity, actually had approached me and he showed me this cool new thing Roblox was doing called UGC. Everyone was starting to learn 3D modeling because everyone wanted to be a part of the program. And I was like, oh man, I gotta learn 3D modeling like right away. So I quickly just dived into it and I just, caught on to it and started making my first low poly items.
Low poly, it's so cute!
So Danny, you mentioned when you were first starting out that you had friends who helped you. What was some of the advice that they gave you?
So I think one of the most important things that I learned in the very beginning was to know and understand what you're working with. I didn't know anything about what a vertice was, what are edges, what are faces, and what makes up a mesh. Those things were really hard to memorize, and I kind of just learned the more that I used the program.
I remember taking Maya classes in undergrad, and some of our instructors just had everything hotkeyed. So next you just brrr. I'm like, wait, What did you just do?
A funny story actually was when I was trying to make these donuts in a cute little donut box, and when I imported it into Roblox Studio, I realized that the donuts didn't look like donuts, and I was really confused, and I was like, where did the icing go? Why are the sprinkles floating? This isn't a donut! So I went to my friend Jacob, obviously freaking out, not understanding what was going on with my model, and he quickly explained to me what normals were. Basically, what a normal is, it's the direction that the face surface is pointing at. So typically this is represented by a line in the program that you're using, and whatever direction that line is facing is the direction that the normal is going to project the texture or face to. So this is what a regular mesh would look like with proper normals that are facing outwards. And here is what a mesh looks like with inverted normals, and you'll see that the lines are actually pointing inwards in this one. Now, if you have inverted normals and you don't really understand how to fix them, in Blender, all you need to do is just go to edit mode and then select all, go up here to mesh, normals, and you can either do flip normals, which will manually flip the normals the other way, or if you have a mixed array of normals, you can easily just click recalculate outside or inside and it will fix your model easy peasy.
So Danny, you've been now a UGC creator for roughly 4 years, and you've walked us, through part of the process. How long does it take to make one UGC item?
Yeah, so typically an item, if I'm making it for me personally, it can take in upwards of, 2 to 3 days or a week, depending on the scope of the item. I've done projects, for example, with NARS, where I had to create 23 items in 1 month. Part of the process that I really like the most is actually conceptualizing the items that I'm going to make. So I like to, browse around the internet, look for things that inspire me, or what's the newest trend that people are liking, and create a cute little mood board. I like to make combinations for some reason, typically with food. One of my first UGC items was literally a stack of pancakes, literally just because I like pancakes. I think that they're yummy and they looked cute. I also made a donut purse because I like donuts. There's cute food, there's cool food. I'm surprised I haven't dropped a full food collection yet. Actually, it's a really good idea. I should probably do that.
Well, Danny, it is so cool to hear about your journey as a creator, all the ways that you've grown, all the things that you've learned, and the way that you stay true to yourself and the things that you create. And I'm just curious, are there any challenges that you've faced being uniquely you?
Yeah, honestly, when I would upload anything that was more feminine oriented or something that was pink and frilly and fun, I feel like people at the time didn't really like my take on cute and feminine oriented accessories. I would just be like, man, it's not for you then. Just because it's not something that you want, it doesn't mean that no one's gonna want it.
Yeah, I hear you, Danny, but you know what? I wouldn't worry too much about them because there are other things on the platform that will appeal to those players.
And that's the great part about UGC. And what we're here to talk about today is that anyone can make anything and somebody somewhere will find it and like it. And you can find success doing that, which you have. And actually, speaking of success, I want to talk about Danny winning a RIA. How was that? What was that experience like?
Yeah, I did. I won the Best New Star Creator for 2023 Innovation Awards. It's like one of the biggest, I think, achievements of my career so far. You know, it's funny because the very first video that I ever made was actually about UGC and how I got into the program and how much fun it is and the kind of experience that I had. I think that anyone can do it. I think that it's so worth starting and trying at least once. And the worst that can happen is that your stuff is gonna look a little scuffed at first, but that's the fun part, is that you get to build and keep creating and work on your skill set. And at some point you're gonna look back and be like, wow, I really, did that. And that's kind of what happened with me, is I'm looking back now and being like, wow, I'm like actually here doing this cool interview because, I took a leap and I tried something new. So I think it's really cool and everyone should try it.
Man, what a cool story. Danny, thanks so much for taking the time to come and talk with us. It's just been so cool to be able to hear your story and celebrate you and your successes, and just, we're so excited for you and can't wait to see what you make and what you do next.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me. This has been like amazing. Thank you.
If you want to learn more about UGC, there's lots of resources for you in the description to help you get started. All of Danny's social links are there too, including the link to her UGC catalog, so you can check out all the cool creations she's made right here on Roblox. Thanks for watching.
So, Danny, okay.
Is that part of the question?
No.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is
You're such an inspiration, Danny.
No. Okay, can we? Okay.
If you left this out too long, it's like, thanks for having me. Yeah, happy to be here. No, really, thanks for having you. No, really.
No,
glad
thank
you're-
you.
You were
Yeah.
like the coolest.
I feel like
You're
I'm
just finger
just
gunning
gonna-
out the door.
Yeah.